Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GIS for everyone. So this will be the fourth video in the series of open layers for WebGIS. So let's get started. So in the previous video we have finished up to this. We have on the left side we have the list of cities, and on the right side we have crime states. As soon as I click on the city Detroit, it will take me to the center and it will populate the GeoJSON onto the map. If I click on the map, you can see the details of its name and date and time. So in this video, we'll try to add a table which will be coming from the GeoJSON. So first of all, let's add a button in our HTML. So it will be button. Let's give this ID as table button. We'll try to add a table button. So let's give the ID same, and on click functionality, generate, sorry for spelling, generate table. Name of the button, generate table. And let's give an ID. Let's give DB table. Cool. Let's see. Yes, we have a generate table button on the right side. So let's do one thing. Let's hide the visibility of this button, and as soon as we click on the Detroit city, the generate table button will appear. Document dot get element by ID. I have given the ID as table button. Dot style dot visibility is to, let's give the visibility as hidden. Let's see. Cool, the visibility is hidden. Now on the click of the button, we'll write a function that will execute or that will print a table on the right side. So for that, let's write a function. So let's do one thing. As soon as I click on the Detroit city button, the generate table button will appear. Okay, so this is our function Detroit. Cool. Let's make the visibility. Let's change the visibility of this. This will be visible. Let's check. As soon as I'm clicking on this, generate table button will appear. Cool. So let's proceed with the function on the generate table button. So let's write a function generate table on click. Okay, so we'll write on the last generate table. Let's call this function. Let's read the URL first. So URL, and then I have the Detroit here. So let's copy relative path and then just paste it here. Sorry. URL, I got the URL. Now we're reading Detroit layer GeoJSON on the URL. So let's have an Ajax call. So $.get till JSON. Let's pass this URL in here and then callback function. Let's give the variable as data, and then let's pass this in the DATA. Okay, now let's read. Let's see whether this Ajax call is working fine or not. So for that, let's console log. Sorry, it's data. Okay. So as soon as I'm clicking on Detroit and I'm clicking on the generate table, cool. So it is giving me the JSON of the URL. Okay, now we can move ahead. So it is returning me an object where all the details, all the JSON is returning here. So JSON of the feature. Now what I want is the so we'll create a table which will be based on the type of crime. So let's read or check what are the crime types available in the JSON. Okay, so I have the list of all the crime, all the offense description. So what we'll do is we'll go through all the features one by one, and we'll extract the data based on the offense category. So let's create some variables which are related with the offense category. So we have, suppose, count arson. Let's give this 0 because let's like we're initializing all the crime category first. Then we have count rob equals to 0. Then we have, let's give this stolen to 0. Like this we have around 7 to 8 crime categories. Let's change the name of all this. Stolen. Then we have force. By the way, I'm reading all those crime description based on the Detroit GeoJSON. You can also go through it and check for all the descriptions. So next we have damage. Then we have extortion. Next we have fraud. Larceny, and then last we have run. Okay. Again, if I read the data, as you can see, everything is stored in the JSON features will so we will create a loop which will read all the features, like 56 features are there, and it will extract the offense categories. So features 0, then we have, let's go in properties, and we have all these times. Okay, so we have like this. So what I need to do is first data dot features dot properties dot offense category. Okay, so let's create a for loop. I is to 0, so 0 I less than so we have da double t double t sorry da t double a dot features dot length, and I plus plus. Okay, let's extract the offense category from here. Dot features, so this will be I. Okay, dot we have properties, then we have offense category. Cool. Let's try and see what are the different categories we are getting. So let's console log the offense category variable. So let's refresh the data. As soon as I'm clicking on Detroit and generate table, cool, it is showing me the various types of crime categories which are here in the JSON. So what we're gonna do is as soon as the offense category matches with any of this, it will increase the variable of the respective to +1. Suppose the first category we have as arson, so it will increase the count of arson by 1. So what we're going to do is we'll display category and the number of offenses on that based on that category. So we'll see how we will do this. So let's remove this part. So basically we will write an if function. So if our offense category matches with so we have, okay, so we have arson. What we'll do is we'll increase the count of this to 1 +1 plus plus. Similarly, else, let's copy this thing first. Else, if the offense category matches with robbery, will increase count drop to 1. So like this we're gonna read all the offense category and will increase their count. So, okay, next what we'll do is we'll build an array. uh, containing crime records. Okay, so we have var crimes. We'll create a new array, and so what we'll do is we'll push everything which we have defined, like on the category side. We'll push everything in this array. You can see force is not get highlighted, so one more thing, stolen vehicle, and stolen will give us force, and this will be burglary. Cool. Now we'll push everything in this crime array. So we have crimes dot push. Okay, so this will be an array. Okay, so let's give this first thing as, so this will be the heading of our table. So let's give this as offense category, and the second one is, so what we are doing basically, we are counting the number of crime categories. So total reported. Okay, let's copy this thing, and so in arson we have count arson. In the robbery we have count. Now what we'll do is, since we have everything we need, let's create a div. So create an HTML table element. Okay, so our table is equals to document dot create element. Let's give the name as table. So we are creating a element here, div element, and let's set the attribute first, which will be id, and the id name will be, which actually this will be a different one. So table attribute, set attribute, dev, and dev table. So we are creating a table here with attribute as id as div table. Let's give the border as well here. But okay, what we'll do is get the okay, so we'll count the column first, get the count. So var column count, this will be, so it will be based on this thing, it will read everything. So crimes, 0 of length of 0. Okay, so first add the header part, var row, this should be equal to, um, as this is a header, so table dot insert, this will be -1. So this is a header one, so this will go into the -1. And what we need is first, for before we are defining the row variable, we need to get the customer's length. Based on that, it will read and add the header into the table. I is equals to, since we have, so this will be a single row, so we'll start from 1, and then we'll, based on the based on the crime dot length, so it will run only once. And plus plus, it will insert here, and then again we need a loop. This will be j is equals to 0, so this will be column count. So what we're doing is it will go from like arson to run away. So I think there are 8 categories, so it will go one by one, and the first thing will be inserted as a header, and then we'll read everything in the j as j variable. So this will be j, and column count. So what we'll do is we'll have a cell variable, and we'll insert again. This will be insert cell. Again it will start from -1, and then we have cell dot inner HTML. So we have I and j, we need to define both, so this will be crimes of I and then j. I'll explain you later what I'm doing right now. And then what we'll do is, I have an HTML element already here, so I will put everything in this element, where div table is equals to document dot get element by id. We have div table, and then div table dot inner HTML will set to the empty string first, and then we'll append the child basically. Table dot append child, and we'll append table. Okay, so let's try and see what is the output we are getting. We'll refresh it. I'll click on the Detroit, generate table, great. So we have the great, but I think there is an error. We are not getting the header part. Okay, so let's see what is the error here. Get the count at the header. Okay. So what I've done is I have written the header part, but I'm adding all the categories and total reported in the header part only. Okay. Okay, so we no need to go through this loop first of all, and we have row insert row var. Okay, I can give this as I, and this should be column count. This is okay. Once I'm in the column, let's give a variable as header cell. This will be equals to, yes, document dot, we need to create an element, table header means th, and we need to push everything in the header cell inner HTML. Okay, so no need of this thing first. Once we have the header cell thing, header cell dot inner HTML, it will yes, inner HTML. Now we can crimes, so this will be 0, and then because we don't need to go through every for the like the loop. So okay, so now we have a row initially dot inner HTML. No, this will be row dot append child, right? And then header cell. I think we'll get this time the header part only, not the full list of crime categories. Generate table, we have, yeah, right, we have the offense category and total reported. Cool. Now what we can do is data row, and this will be similar to this one, but with, which we have previously added. So this will be crimes, and column count, this will be again crimes. Okay, so this is the previous loop which we were going through. So what I am doing here is I am looping through the crimes.length, and we are inserting the first one in the table, and then the rest will be again, it will be counting in the row, and then I'm adding I and j. So I will be the offense category and j will be the total count. Okay, let's see. So once I'm clicking on the Detroit, and I'm getting the, oops, one more error is there, generate table option. Let's see what is the error. Column count is not defined, 180 column count. Oh, this is the small c, right? So Detroit, generate table, and right, we are getting the offense category and total reported. So like this you can read any JSON and just extract the data based on your requirement. So next what we are going to do is we're gonna add one more city on the left side, like list of cities, and instead of JSON we'll give some random coordinates, and we will add icons based on the crime type, but will not add this thing in this video. So we're gonna add the next city in the next video. So this is for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please hit like, and I will see you in the next one.